How often do we find ourselves left completely blank when somebody asks us to summarize a book that we have read in the past? How well can you explain it to others? And how often do you pick up a book and end up scrolling social media? How many books have you read and highlighted but completely forgotten? Hi people, what is up? Welcome back to another video. In this video, we're going to understand systematic and simple ways to retain and read books more effectively. The internet has made our lives more swift and easy, providing us with information right at our fingertips. With the ease of access, we have become consumers of short-form content. The advent of TikTok, Reels, Shorts, and its interface, which is explicitly designed to shorten our attention spans and dopamine receptors. Not only does this lead to poor cognitive health, but it shrinks part of the brain associated with maintaining attention. We have slowly become passive readers. What you see right on screen is the forgetting curve, which says that humans tend to forget things over time until or unless they build systems to interact with the information daily in order to remember. Considering this, it has become difficult for us to remember things we read, such as articles, blog posts. Sometimes it just feels pointless to pick up another book. The idea of being able to remember bits and pieces of information that we consume every day sounds like fiction, right? But here's the take. There are many successful people in the world who have this ability to hold on to the information and retain, and I'm certainly not one of them. I am a terrible reader myself, and there's no point reading non-fiction books or any books in general if you cannot retain and absorb and implement the insights from the book. And it is quite alarming as we are spending our energy and time in reading books, but by the end of the day we're not even remembering it. I felt that this issue has come up again and again, so I started my journey to figure out systems through which people use to remember everything that they read. The goal of this video is to learn, remember, and retain the information that we read. So let's get into it. The thing that we all go wrong with is trying to finish a book we didn't like in the first place. I have spent a lot of time reading extensively different genres, including fiction, non-fiction, fantasy, thriller, mystery, and in the end I've figured out that non-fiction and self-help is something that I absolutely love and enjoy reading, and they truly stand out to transform your life. So you really need to figure out what genre of book it is that you like. And when I half read this particular book and reached the bottleneck, and for days I just tried to finish it but I couldn't, and I ended up just dropping it, and that is the best thing you can do. Now the second thing is to use your stationery. I know this sounds very old school on how important it is to underline the texts that you read. It helps us track back the important things instead of reading the whole thing again. And not just highlighting, but also writing your personal key takeaways and personal comments in the empty spaces of your book really helps incredibly to retain. The researchers say that you're more likely to remember things when you pen it down. Make notes however you like digitally, pen on paper. I know it becomes a really time-consuming task. That's why I would advise to use digital notes. It's because it's faster and more easier than to write pen on paper, because then it's gonna take just a lot of time. And it may get boring, but trust me, it's definitely better than forgetting all of the information by the end of the day. The third thing is to make systematic summary. To performing the above tasks, now you need to write a systematic summary. Again, you can take the digital note-taking method. I personally use Notion to write notes, to plan things out, to schedule things out, and it's probably one of the best organization tools that I've ever used. And making a summary would eliminate the task of going back to the original book and reading the underlying text, thus making the task simpler. If you want to keep it precise, what you can do is keep main 10 or 20 takeaways from the entire book and write them in short points that would summarize, so that you're not overloading yourself with a lot of information. Now the fourth thing is that write your favorite quotes from the book. It's crazy how beautifully authors put up quotes, and it's just so meaningful you just don't want to read it and leave it then and there. Last but not the least, the fifth thing is to apply it to real life. This one is particularly for those who indulge in reading self-help books and non-fiction books, it is not just to highlight and writing down, but it also to make it affect you in good ways with positive results. Take a second and think, how can this be applied to change life? How do you relate to it in real life? Now these were few ways I figured out for myself which helped me become a better and effective reader. So I thought of sharing the same through this video, and I hope you found it somewhat helpful. And thank you for watching till the end. I'll see you the next time. Bye.